pre-game coverage here in MMS. If you are in town and not near radio, of course, you can always listen to the game on the iHeartRadio app. If you listen to this show on the app from out of state, tell me where. Eric listens in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hey.
Mary is going to be there next weekend. Mm-hmm. Eric, if you are listening and you're looking for what I assume is probably going to be a pretty passable time.
Great show.
Go see Mary Santora. Mm-hmm. What's the venue?
Summit City Comedy Club with Dave Attell.
Great name. Mm-hmm. I guess it's better than Crackers or the Z.
Well, mm-hmm.
You know, it's better than Hoot Hoots. It's better than
like
Joe
Hoot
Cut.
Hoots a lot. I want to go perform it.
And it's an owl with a backwards cap.
Yeah, it's better than Laugh with two F's. The
He's
Laugh
wise,
Hut.
But he's a wise cracker.
Yeah.
Mark listens in Bayonne, New Jersey. Noel is a new listener in West Newton, PA. And Andy listens in Atlanta, Georgia. Cardi B is in the news again because she says there is something wrong with the water in Atlanta. She said Atlanta is, they're going to have a situation on their hands like Flint, Michigan.
Whoa.
People think that the Flint... Listen, this water situation has to be the same in hundreds of American cities.
Does the B in Cardi B stand for Brita?
Mary, your thoughts.
One clap.
Bill Squire's bad day keeps getting worse. Cardi Britta thinks that there is something wrong.
The Brita picture.
With the water.
With an A.
Yeah.
In Hotlanta. And she wants them to figure out what it's all about. Here's a news story on it.
Rapper Cardi B is hoping to trademark the very specific way she says okay, and we're not kidding.
Do it.
I can't.
Try it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. She says she's done a, listen, whatever you think of Cardi B, know that she is a student of the scientific method. And she has done peer-reviewed studies on the water there. I'm kidding. Her face got dry, and so she figures, oh, there's something going on here.
I believe that there's something wrong with the water in Atlanta. Because while I was in Atlanta, my face just started getting so dry and irritated. And, you know, I kept putting moisturizer to the point that it's like it started getting so irritated that I started putting Vaseline. I went the old school way. And, you know, I've been left Atlanta. I left Atlanta, like a week ago, and my face...
Say what?
We just talked about that last week. Putting the Vaseline on.
Slugging.
Yeah,
on
she's
TikTok.
slugging it.
Oh, you think that she's trying to get some slugging cred? Clout with the slugging crowd?
She didn't call it slugging, so I don't even know if she's aware of it. But we had just talked about it, so I was like, "Oh, Vaseline up your face." That's slugging.
I like where she says, "I left Atlanta about a week ago." Just the way she says it, it sounds like music.
Rhythmic,
yeah.
School way. And you know, I've been left Atlanta. I left Atlanta like a week ago.
It's like that sounds awesome.
And you know, I've been left Atlanta. I left Atlanta like a week ago, and my face is still so dry. And then like playing outside in the snow didn't make it any better, bro. Like I feel like I've been trying everything, and my face is so irritated. Like it just feels itchy and dry.
Mm-hmm. I removed all of the expletives for you, but in her Instagram live video, her skin has not been the same.
No, it has to be the water in Atlanta. It couldn't be
January or February.
Yeah, the cold weather, the fact that she wears makeup, or any other factor. It's the water in Atlanta.
I blame Childish Gambino because I'm sure when he's shooting his show there, they use all kinds of water. She says her face is really, really dry. I like how she said spending time playing in the snow didn't help either. So I know what she
it helps.
I assume that I know what she means in that, you know, wintertime, the air can be very, very dry anyway. But I just like to think that she went out and plunged her face into a snowbank to see if that would help. It's probably not what she meant. But boy, I feel her pain. Listen, I don't know the status of the water in my community, but I don't think it's good anywhere. There's always something. It's in the local water supply. It's why I have to spend so much of my disposable income on moisturizers, Bill. You know, I got to keep my face moisturized. I wonder if she expects to get any money from that YouTuber that she sued and won. Remember we were talking about she won that lawsuit against that YouTuber. It was like, Cardi B was a hooker and blah, all this stuff. A defamation lawsuit. She got $4 million from this YouTuber.
That's what they awarded, but we don't know if they're actually going to pay it.
Well, yeah, that's what she was awarded, yeah. You'll appeal it, obviously, but...
I got a pretty moist face.
Ew.
You do?
Don't.
You think you have a moist face? Well, it's all that beard oil, isn't it? Do you put beard oil in your beard?
The snow. I rub my face in snow, and it works for me, so I don't know what Cardi B's doing wrong.
Well, according to that YouTuber, she effed a bunch of beer bottles. But that's what'll get you sued in a defamation case.
She fricked a bunch of beer bottles.
She fricked a bunch of beer bottles.
I was on the phone when you were talking about it, but if you're talking about the defamation case, it wasn't because she banged a bunch of beer bottles.
Oh, good for you.
They said that she had...
STIs.
Yeah.
From effing beer bottles.
Oh.
From fricking all kinds of beer bottles. Can you get it? Now, I don't want to give out misinformation. This isn't the Joe Rogan Experience.
She got STIs from IPAs?
Can you...
Oh, good for you.
Can you get STIs from fricking beer bottles?
If you don't clean it,
It was in another...
it's a dirty bottle.
That's a very dirty bottle.
Like if you found it on the ground.
Oh, God.
So I
On the
wonder...
ground.
I don't know where she's getting them from.
Well, maybe she's just got a bunch of empties and,
So I wonder, all these artists have a past, especially when you were a stripper. How come there's no pictures that have surfaced of Cardi B when she was in the strip club? Think of how many bachelor parties she's
You
done.
can't take pictures in strip clubs.
But think about
Like her backstage or something.
I'm sure she didn't live a quiet life. If she was a stripper, she's like, come out to my show.
My understanding, though, is that she was a stripper for a very short... You know how Mia Khalifa was a porn star for 11 weeks?
Month, yeah.
My understanding is that Cardi B was a stripper for a very short period of time before she ended up in the studio spitting bars for Kanye, or she was like a studio rat and trying to get on somebody's albums, and they finally started throwing her on.
Yeah, I don't know that much about her. So
Don't you love the way she talks, though?
In this this interview or this live that she's doing, where it gets all rhythmic like that, I actually do enjoy that. Usually, I find her quite annoying because she screams so much.
What?
But she's not screaming like I still have seared in my head. Whenever anybody says coronavirus, it's the way coronavirus, like the way she said it.
Rapper Cardi B is hoping to trademark the very specific way she says okay, and we're not kidding.
Do it.
I can't.
Try it.
I'll tell you what, all I know is anytime I see a picture of her pregnant, who's her guy, Offset?
Yes.
Anytime I see a picture of her pregnant, I'm like, Offset should be, and I think this is only going to be their second child together, this guy should be given some kind of commendation or Medal of Freedom for not leaving it in her all the time, because she's so foxy that it's like, how is this guy not had 9 kids?
He likes her being pregnant because that way she can't get pregnant again.
But still, they've been together for a while, and this is only the second kid. I know they're both doing things.
He had a threesome. That's what he was doing with sisters.
She's going to be 30 this year, so she's got to be careful. I would also like her to start using her full name. Cardi B's fine, but you've established yourself as a commodity, and I would like you to start using your full name. Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar Cephas. Listen, that rolls right off the tongue. You're going to get a lot more clout.
I would love
in
to
your
hear
neighborhood.
her say it.
Yes, I would too. Just hearing her talk about leaving Atlanta was good enough for me.
I started putting Vaseline. I went the old school way. And, I've been left Atlanta. I left Atlanta, like a week ago? And
Oh, it's so good. Alan, why do people find that awful woman entertaining? Have you listened to what I'm talking about here? She's very entertaining. You might not like her music, but she's very entertaining. Alan, there are many pictures of Cardi B as a stripper. Poundcake should definitely be aware of this.
Okay. Well, sorry.
And you can definitely see the hole. Come on.
Oh, what?
That's who's taking those pictures?
Okay, great.
Who's taking those
Well,
pictures?
then that's fair because I remember when Channing Tatum came out and said that he used to be a male stripper. All these girls were like, "Yeah, he used to. He was a stripper at my bachelorette party." And all these girls,
Clean butthole.
these
Yeah, but
girls had him
Channing-
in G-strings.
But
and stuff.
Channing Tatum also looks like a guy who, like, you know, when you'll see photos of actresses or actors who are really good looking, and then they'll show high school photos, and you can see the genesis of them being attractive, but they're not there yet.
Yeah.
Some people were just hot back in the day, and some people really have to grow into their face. He strikes me as a guy who really had to grow into his face.
Like his ears were too big or something?
Maybe. It was just something. I don't know.
He's so hot.
Is he?
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah, I guess so. He just
He's a
to me,
beautiful, beautiful man.
to me, he just looks like 100 other corn pone dudes walking around.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
but he
That's all
can
we
dance,
need.
so you know he
God,
can do it.
yes.
You know he can do it well. You do. I'm
Guys
sorry.
who can dance are just like,
But he doesn't just dance. He doesn't just like let the girl twerk on him and then he can
No,
sway.
he is
he
doing
can grind. He can do it all.
But is that dancing? I mean,
yes.
Yes.
okay.
He was in
Listen,
Step
he can
Up.
grind and do it all.
he can grind. He can
And
do
do it
all.
all.
And do it all.
He can do the little.
Some people can just do it all. Some people can just grind.
Wow.
You
know
know
how
he can
Rick-
grind and do it all.
You know how Rick does the stick and move?
Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Oh,
moves.
come on, man.
He moves and sticks. Here, I almost forgot that we think Rick's dead, and with no confirmation. And thanks a lot, Poundcake. Listen, I can't dance, and I'm a wildcat in the sack. So it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Wild cat.
It's not unequivocal across
so
the
vanilla.
board.
No. We're not saying that guys who can't dance
Can't
do a good
You're
job.
saying if you can, you can.
yes.
Yes. I don't think
If
there's
you're
any guy that
literally-
can't dance. And then you're doing something wrong. You must have a centimeter.
Like if you're an amazing dancer and then you're awful in bed, those two things that don't translate because it's like
Yes.
just move your hips the same way. Like what are you
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know what because I've seen guys who can dance and then they pick their girl up and then like they twerk on them while they're like being held up. I'm like, I feel so dirty watching this because I know it's the same way in the bedroom. I'm actually walking around and opening your fridge.
Usher.
Yeah, I don't need to see Cardi B as a stripper, though. I was never a strip club guy. I mean, I had my dating strippers phase, but I never went to where they work and watch guys ogle them and things like
Yeah.
that. I don't need that. But
I've dated
and I'm not really all that curious about that. But just for your edification, Poundcake, people are telling me that they're clearly out there.
Okay.
And you can find them.
Well, I'm opening a strip club.
What's it called?
Mayor's Strip Club. And it's for
Mayor's Strip Club.
It's for confident sixes where you guys go and you feel the music.
There's already a bunch of strip
I
clubs
was going to
like
say
that.
there are a lot.
not-
It's almost
there's strip clubs
exclusively.
yeah,
Hold
there's strip
on.
clubs for confident threes in this
confident
town. so-
sixes. Do
Yeah.
those other ones serve popcorn? Because we will.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Popcorn and cottage cheese.
So if
Sure.
you want to become a
Cigarette
strip club
burns
guy,
next to the C-section scars, the whole
Yeah.
bit. You can get whatever you want. It's a full range of options. So Mayor's Strip Club. Mm-hmm. All right.
twerk if you want, or just sit down is our tagline. Yep. And it all slides around and it mushes out and nothing stays where it's supposed to stay. Commercials write themselves.
I got a $1 million
Stretch
idea.
me out over 9 more inches.
I got $1 million idea for a strip club.
All right.
And it's like a Dave and Buster's, but it's like then strippers play games with you.
So just naked women playing arcade games?
Yeah.
It's Dave and Bust Hers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave and Busties.
Shave and busters.
Shave and Busties. Come out to Shave and Busties.
When other people do it, it weirds me out, but I can touch my own.
Where
Like, you go
you'll
there-
feel like a kid again.
You go to like a bachelor party, like you bring your guys out, and then you go to this place, and you have like a liaison that does all these events with you.
I don't think that'll be as fun as you think it is.
I think
Because
if you get the
nobody's
right
attractive when they're doing whack-a-mole.
Oh, you've never seen me do whack-a-mole.
What are you
girls,
using?
that's yeah.
I just do blue steel the whole time.
Dumb.
But it's not even about how. I mean, they're gonna look good, but like it's a different interaction, and it's not as skeezy.
Yeah, but
has-
it's also like kind of bro-y. Is that what you want out of that?
No, I think. I mean,
Like she's hanging out like one of the guys.
I mean, You for like a bigger group, you have more than one girl.
I think you're describing a female friend is what you're looking for.
Yeah, but she's dressed
Slutty.
scantily clad. And like she's doing innuendo the whole
Mary,
time.
don't clothing shame.
I'm
Don't
not-
clothing shame. Scantily clad. Don't clothing shame.
I don't even know what she's wearing. I'm assuming
And
it's
yet
slutty.
you called her slutty.
Listen, if
Miss
she's wearing,
Thirst Trap over here.
What makes it
I
slutty?
haven't thirst trapped it in years.
You don't know that Thirst Trap.
What do you know about what a thirst trap is? Although, listen, we were eating ice cream last night after dinner, and my boyfriend looks at me and he goes, "Are you going to eat that out of your belly button?" I was like,
Of
"No,
course.
I'm not gonna
The
eat
precedent has been set.
that." No.
Poundcake should open a strip club called the Brown Hole. I get it.
Yeah, Bill, I don't think that an arcade stripper is as fun as
I mean, it
think
doesn't have
it's
to be
gonna
like necessarily arcade, but like pool.
She has
like,
8 bits.
like bar games. Like you're playing pool with them, you're playing
Darts
with
that's
them.
dangerous. Naked darts is very dangerous.
But
You're
that's
not
the fun,
throwing-
is the danger.
You're not throwing them at her.
Yeah, but have you ever played darts and then it bounces back at you? And
No.
You have no
What do you think
clo-
it's gonna pop an implant?
It might. Well, you'll scratch you or it gets stuck somewhere.
When you use the plastic tip ones.
It could still happen. End up in an ear hole or something. I don't know.
How bad are you at darts?
I'm real bad at darts. I'm very.
Really
it's
bad
like
at darts.
the only parlor game I'm not good at. It's darts.
I mean, pool would be a great one.
Pool, yes, pool can be a very sexy
Papa
game.
Shot would be a good one.
No, it wouldn't.
They're
Boy,
bouncing.
Mary's just full of all kinds of ideas why not to do something.
They're bouncing.
Do you
Oh.
want to go play arcade games with a stripper?
If it's Dig Dug or Cubert.
But then, yeah, like there's a competition factor there. It's kind of fun.
I think you want a girlfriend, Bill. I think that's what this sounds like.
No, this
You
is
want
this is an
someone to
idea
go
that I
to.
came with years ago.
$1 million idea.
And someone-
Snaxophone, arcade strippers,
Yeah.
Not even strippers. They're not even taking their clothes off. They're just not wearing much clothes.
scantily clad.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like we've been watching.
Then you can
we-
make like a bet. Like, okay, if I beat you in Papa Shot, you gotta dump them out.
You got to pop your shot. We've been watching that documentary on the Playboy Club, and with Hugh Hefner and all this, and they were
Secrets
like,
of Playboy.
yeah, and they're like, oh, it was in the employment agreement. The guys can't touch you. You cannot fraternize, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And they talked to the women who are all like much older now because it was in the heyday of Playboy, and they were like, oh, we all did stuff with
Yeah,
the guys.
we
Yeah,
were
that's
banging
what this
all of
will.
them.
That's what
Yeah.
this will be.
Yeah,
I don't
it'd be-
think so. Open mouth. Because you're inevitably going to get, the woman working, you're inevitably going to get a group of weirdos who have never talked to a girl before, who are also unathletic. So you have to watch them miss all their shots in pool and be like, oh, your ball missed the hole.
But
and
they
like,
don't
that
care.
sucks.
But they don't, because they're just happy to have a girl there that's dressed slutty, as you say, and having fun, drinking with them, having a good time.
You open Bill's booby bar arcade, and I'll open Mare's strip club where we sit down, and you tell me what's the better idea. Who's going to make more money?
Alan, topless skee ball and dance revolution. Sign me up. There you go.
Boom.
As
Dance
long as
Dance
you have,
Revolution's a good one.
as long as you have those two. Now again, they're not topless. It's scantily clad because
Okay,
there's
so
going to be
they
a
own, like,
there's
a
going to be a liquor
bikini
license.
top
There's a liquor license.
And some folded over jean shorts with
That's all some
knee-high
guys
boots.
need. It's a win-win. The girls don't get naked, and the clientele, that's all they need.
And it's not as awkward. Like, I don't like the strip club setting that much. But if, like, you have a girl coming through playing some games with you, that's way better than just like, can you sit on my lap for a song? Like, that's weird.
Alan, there was a strip club out in Rootstown where they would play pool with you. Somebody stole your idea.
They stole my idea before they even heard it. That's the worst kind. That's the worst kind of theft.
When they pre-steal your idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stupid time travelers.
stupid artificial intelligence screwing us again. Man.
Get some of that. What's that bowling that they have at the go-kart place?
They've got
Duck
duck
pin
pin
bowling.
bowling.
Yeah, do some duck pin
You
bowling
can have
with the
frick
ladies.
pin bowling. You can do.
And then if you get a strike, she's got to do a little show with the duck
There you
pin.
go. Ugh. Play Duck Duck Deuce, where the animal runs around and poops on the squares.
There you
and
go.
There's your game. I mean, listen, the golf courses are overrun with strippers and stuff, right? A celebrity golf course, or, there's a bunch of dudes going out and they hire some strippers to hand out beers at the 18th hole or whatever. Bill's trying to bring that fun outdoor experience indoors.
Into a family place like Dave and Buster's.
That's right. Who knew that they would even... He had this plan a while ago because he goes, whoever thought they would survive the pandemic? Unfortunately, they did. So he's got to scout new locations.
I had this idea with a friend years ago, and then I was talking with her over the weekend and reminded me of it. I was like, oh, yeah, that was a great idea. Makes so much money.
Alan, speaking of clothing, what kind is Mary wearing that protects against flying darts?
Hoodies. See this? Look at this.
That is a thick
This is an
Berea
old-
Braves cheerleading, but it's also dart-proof.
This hoodie is probably at least 15, well, probably 20 years old at this point.
Yeah.
No, not 20. Between 15 and 20 years
All
old.
the Euro stains have been washed out of it.
Yes.
And, yep.
There isn't a dart alive that could get through
They
this
could
hoodie.
penetrate this hoodie.
I'll
It's
play
my
that game.
10-year hoodie.
I will play that game. We can do that tomorrow on the show.
No, I can't.
try and
I
get
gotta
a-
go.
Sounds like a polar blast punishment if we ever
Throw
do that
darts
again.
at me.
In the hoodie, you wear a helmet, and then
Yeah.
we see if your hoodie is all that you've made it to, built it up to be. I got to take a break. You want to get the last word in, send me a text, 35192. Your next chance to grab some money is coming up, too, $1,000. A keyword for you on the way to go fund yourself around 6:30.